Hey everybody, I just got back, clearly, from seeing a movie, and that movie was Cinderella. Cinderella is the new live-action Disney movie, and this movie stars Lily James, Richard Madden, Cate Blanchett, Helena Bonham Carter, Stellan Skarsgård, and Derek Jacobi. And this movie is directed by Kenneth Branagh, the king of Shakespeare movies. And yeah, I was curious to see this movie. I don't know why, mostly because of Kenneth Branagh, but yeah, they've been really remaking old Disney movies like Snow White and the Huntsman and Maleficent, which sucked. So I was a little skeptical, but I'm like, it's Kenneth Branagh. This movie has to be good. And honestly, yeah, this movie was good. I enjoyed Cinderella. I thought this was a good movie. What's the story? The story is Cinderella. Everyone knows the story of Cinderella. Basically, the Disney movie, but live action. Yeah, that's pretty much the movie. There's nothing really much new. They actually go into more depth with some of the characters, but it's not really different. It's basically a live-action version of Cinderella. And if you love Cinderella, you'll adore this movie. But even if you might not be a big fan of the Disney version of Cinderella, you might enjoy this movie because this movie actually has some pretty good performances. This movie's actually pretty well acted. Lily James, I don't know much about Lily James. She plays Cinderella. She's good in this movie. I liked her. She was really good. And Richard Madden, yes, King Robb Stark from Game of Thrones. Yeah, he plays the prince, and he actually gets more lines of dialogue than the actual prince did in the Disney version. And yeah, his chemistry with Lily James is good. I actually like that they actually talked in this movie. They barely talk in the animated Disney version. They actually talk, so I actually bought them as a couple. And Cate Blanchett, she plays the evil stepmother. Great choice. Cate Blanchett is an awesome actress, and she's just so silly. She looks like she's having a blast in this movie. She is so over the top, but she just milks every scene. I loved her in this movie. She was so good. And Helena Bonham Carter plays the fairy godmother. Another very good choice. She was really good in this movie. And the girls who play the evil stepsisters, they were a little, again, silly, but they worked. And Derek Jacobi, of course, this is a Kenneth Branagh movie. You had to put Derek Jacobi in there, and he's great. Same with Stellan Skarsgård. So yeah, the cast was really good in this movie. And yeah, this movie, the best word to describe this movie is delightful. This is just delightful to watch. I had fun with this movie, and there's some pretty good comedic moments. It's well shot. Again, it's well acted. It's well edited. The costumes look great. There's a lot of good colors. The art direction in this movie is really good. I love the colors and images in this movie. And yeah, it worked. I actually kind of like this movie a little bit more than the Disney version, because I was never a big fan of the Disney version Cinderella. I always found it kind of, I don't know, kind of lame. I didn't think Cinderella was a good role model. Because basically all she is like a hot girl, and she gets a prince because he finds her attractive. But yeah, she was a likable character, unlike Ariel. You know, Ariel's a more interesting character. Cinderella was more likable, but she wasn't interesting, so yeah. They actually made her a little more interesting in this movie. Like, Lily James, the actress, she was good in the movie, and she was likable, and she was interesting. I found her interesting, and I found her more likable in this movie than she was in the Disney version, so yeah. For some reason, I enjoyed this more than the Disney version, but again, I wasn't a huge fan of the Disney movie, so yeah. I'm glad I liked this movie as much as I did, but Kenneth Branagh, this is all thanks to Kenneth Branagh. He knows how to direct a good movie, and he directed this very, very well. He didn't go really contrived with it. He went just really pretty basic, but he used his own style. He used that kind of Shakespearean style in this movie, which I liked, and yeah, I loved how he directed this movie. Some issues I have. Again, it's very predictable. It's not very original, and if you know the story, you know how this movie's gonna start. You know how this movie's gonna end, and yeah. And I wish they had a little more character development for certain characters, like the Duke and the Prince. But again, they went for the original story, so yeah. Of course, you didn't get much character development. And I guess the stepsisters go a little too over the top. And any other problems? I guess this movie's not meant for younger boys. Young girls will love this movie, and I think adults will enjoy it too, especially adults who grew up with Cinderella. So yeah, that's my only complaints about it. I don't find this movie amazing. It's just a good movie. I liked it. I'd definitely see it again, and I had fun with it. Yeah, who the hell knew? Yeah, Cinderella. Yeah, I thought this was really good, and Kenneth Branagh did a hell of a job. And Chris Weitz, he wrote this film, and yeah, he did a good job. It was a decently written film with some decent dialogue, and the characters were well written. So yeah, I enjoyed this movie. Scale 1 to 10, I'd give Cinderella a solid 8.1 out of 10. Yeah, this is a good movie. Check it out. And yeah, in the comment section below, tell me what is your favorite Kenneth Branagh movie? A movie that he directed. So yeah, comment below, let me know. My favorite is Much Ado About Nothing. I love it. That's one of my favorite Shakespeare plays, and he directed that movie phenomenally. Yeah, comment below, let me know. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.